Hello and welcome back to another video. So today I have some pretty PR that the lovely Emily has kindly sent to me. So we have 4 cat eyes and we have some semi-solid moulding gel. Now I've took the wrappers off to avoid the crinkling noise and what have you. So we have Galaxy MY38. Now this one is a beautiful, like a shimmering blue, and then when you move the magnetic particles, it has like a silvery shift. And then we have Freedom Land. Now Freedom Land is part of a collection. So I have MY57. So I think they're all part of a collection, but I've got collection, just the odd one of the collection. So that one is Freedom Land, which is a beautiful, like a water light purple. And then we have this one, which is called Dark Emerald, which is MY41. So, and the last one is Interstellar. Now this one shifts like a blue and green. It's absolutely beautiful. So I'm not going to create a nail set as such. I'm just going to use them, show the texture of them, show you how they move with a magnet, and then we're going to use some of this semi-solid gel, which is good for all kinds of things. So apparently it's a little bit thicker than the Magician stamping gel. It has a little bit of a smell to it, and this is only a 5ml pot, but apparently it says it's for magic mirror powder, so it's for if you put it on your nail, cure it, and then you can rub chrome powder into it. So you can use, so as you can see on the picture there, you can use it for rubbing chrome just into a section. You can stamp with it. So we're going to try stamping. I'm going to use one of these textured bristle brushes and try and get that kind of effect, rippled effect on the nail. You can use it for all different things. So that's showing you there what you can do with it. So we're just going to try that out in a few different ways. I do have a code for Born Pretty if you'd like to use it. It's PLN10, which will get you 10% off your order. I will have my link in the description, so if you just go to the link, click on that, and then put in the code at the end, or it might automatically do it if you use my link. So let's get started. So we're going to start off by, I'm just going to put the colour down on the nail and not magnetize it for the first coat. So this is a beautiful pearly purple. It is stunning, and when you put it on, you do the cat eye, it makes like the water light effect. So I'm just gonna put a coat of it on and then cure it, and then we'll do another coat and we'll magnetize it. So I'm going to do that with all of the colours. So that one is MY57, that's the Freedom Land. Now this is the Galaxy MY38. So this one is a beautiful blue. It's lovely on its own. It would look lovely over a black. It's very well, it's packed full of glitter, this one. So I always like to do a coat of cat eye and then magnetize the second one, just to give it the effect I'm looking for. Now this one's Interstellar MY44. Now you may or may not have seen a lot of these on other videos. if anybody's had PR or they've bought a Born Pretty set. I do love all of Born Pretty's products. I use their stamping polishes religiously. I've got gem glue that I use. I've got the foil glue, the chrome top coat. So yeah, they are a good brand and an affordable brand as well. They're not overly expensive for a set. I think you can pay as little as £7 for a full set, depending how many's in the set. So that one does have a greeny shift, but we'll look at that one once it's had a cure. And then this one is Dark Emerald. Now, I wasn't a massively huge green fan, but I bought I think it was the Moss series of Born Pretty, the Moss greens, and I just absolutely love them. I think for like spring nails, it's a beautiful, green's just a perfect colour for doing your stems of your flowers, or just, well, anything really. But that is just a beautiful green. I've only put a thin coat of that, so I'll cure those, and then we will give them another coat and magnetize them. So they've all had one coat there now, and I mean, they're just stunning without being magnetized. The green and the purple are my favourite. I just think they're beautiful. I think I'm going to go ahead and buy this Freedom Land set, because I've seen it a few times and I've been trying to be good and not spend, because, well, you just can't afford to keep doing it. But I do love the texture of these, the smooth, the self-leveling, and I just love them as they are now, or as a cat eye. So I'm just going to bring, I mean, you can see as soon as that magnet, and I mean, this isn't the most powerful magnet that I've got, as soon as you just go down the sides there, I mean, you can just see it's just stunning. So I'm just going to try and bring that out into the middle, because I kind of want to push it down and do a bit of a, I mean, you can see there, look how reactive that is. It's just beautiful. And I'm just going to bring it back around the side a little bit. I'm not the best with me magnets, but I think with a cat eye as well, you don't have to be perfect. So that is that one there. So I'm going to freeze that just so it stays, because the particles will start to move again. So then this one is just that stunning silvery blue. Again, the consistency of the gel. Now this one is jam-packed with, I mean, look, you can just see how crazy those particles go when you magnetize them. I mean, they're just, it is like the name, like a galaxy. They're just beautiful. What am I going to do? I think I'll bring them all down into a French, because I am going to do the moulding gel on top as well. So we'll just kind of do a little bit of a something. I don't know what I'm doing. It's just I'm just having a bit of a play. So there's that one. Beautiful. And that one's done, so we'll bring that one back. So the good thing of these as well, when you push the particles down, you end up with the cat eye effect on the bottom, but then you have the colour. So that is like the base colour and then the glitter added in. Or there, I don't actually know how they get that, the shimmer. It's obviously like a pigment powder or an extremely fine glitter. Now this one is in Estella and it has the green shift. Now anytime I see blue and green together, I automatically think peacock, because they're just, you know, the peacock's feathers. So you can see there, hopefully, the green is coming to the top. I mean, I can see that perfectly, but I don't know whether you can see it. Oh yeah, you can, a little bit. And then I'm going to push that one down. Now, because it's so packed, it does take a little bit of time to move those particles. You can see that green line. I'm just going to go over the top, try and get some more of that green out. Pop that one in. I think I may have touched the top of that one with my magnet, but not to worry because I will be covering it. And this dark emerald, I just think it's absolutely beautiful. It's smooth and it's just a really nice green. And again, this one will just flash over with the water-like effect. I mean, I just love. You can just see it there, just pushing down my lights. Actually, I'm going to put it a bit lower. You can see it there. It is beautiful. So that's that one. Pop that one in. Now I'm going to quickly just paint this nail with a Born Pretty CG041 because I'm wanting a nail that I can stamp onto. So I'm trying to stay in line with the colours. So I'm going to use this purpley. Well, I think it's more of a purple than a blue, but and I'm going to use the solid moulding gel, semi-solid moulding gel, stamp over this nail and see if we can cure it and then rub some chrome into it and get that effect. I'm also going to have a bit of a play with some spider gel, so wish me luck. So all the products I'm using today are Born Pretty, apart from the chrome powder, because I don't, surprisingly, I don't actually have any Born Pretty chrome. Right, so I've put that one in, so that's the colour it's going to be. I might just leave it at one coat, I might do two. So, just put that one there. So we've got our colours on there now. I'm just going to tighten them up a little bit because you know what I am like when it comes to knocking things. I'm going to separate them off. So for the purple, I'm thinking I'm going to try using the Semi-Solid Moulding Gel with the rough brush. I'm just going to take a little bit so you don't need a lot of it, and I'm going to just bring it across the nail in like a rough kind of effect, just like that. So you can see there it's going to cure, and then when I rub the chrome in it should make like a rippled effect, so we shall see. So I'll pop that one in and I'll give this one a quick second coat because I think I want it a bit darker. So I am curing the semi-solid gel for 60 seconds. I should have really checked what it says, but I generally like to do 60 seconds for something like that. It doesn't say on there. Now this one I'm going to do, I think I might stamp. No, I'm going to do the rippled effect on this one as well, but more of a like a controlled kind of line rather than all the way across the nail, because I don't want to cover up the whole design. So we'll maybe bring it from bottom up and then just do the two corners there. I don't want it on that nail. I don't want it on that nail. So if you make a blooper, just rub it off. Easy rubbed off as long as it's not cured. I wanted this one for that effect. So try again, Andrea. This one, so I'm just going to do a little bit of a scratch on the nail. Put that one in the lamp. So I've got a purpley chrome, which is called, well, it's just lilac, this one. Just gonna take me little, I wasn't a fan of these jelly things, but I do actually like them now. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to rub that over the nail. Now I am thinking I should maybe have matte coated, but we shall see. Oh no, it's fine. So I haven't matte coated that gel and it's still worked out fine. So you can see it definitely chromes over the top of the moulding gel, and it has a mirror effect. Looks lovely. And then this one, I'm going to use a blue. Just get that, wipe that purple off. I'm going to use this blue chrome. I've literally got it everywhere already. So this is a chrome that I got in my vinyl box, the tropical blue. So I'm going to rub that over there and over there. Let's see, there's not really a specific design today. I just want to demonstrate the products. So there we have it again. You get that lovely rippled texture. I mean, it would be fantastic for your water nails. Rebecca had used this kind of texture on the steampunk nails she sent us, and did like a gold shift down it. So it definitely works with chrome. We know that for a fact. Now I'm wanting to try it as a stamping gel. Now I'm not sure if I cured that. So now this one I'm going to try and get a little bit fancy pantsy and use some spider gel. So I'm not using that prong thing. I'm just going to use a thin dotting tool, and I have some pure white spider nail gel, and I'm going to attempt to do like a hatch print thing over the top. Now I don't know how this is going to turn out, if it's even going to work, so let's have a go. So we'll do one there, and we'll go into a complete and utter mess, but we'll try. No, I don't want that thin line, I only want one line. So you can get those pronged, 5-fork pronged things, which I do have, but I don't want that many lines. And I've tried like pulling them out and separating them, but this stuff, it's good stuff. This also is, you can, oh, I'll be back in 15 years. Right, so this stuff you can also chrome on top of. It does dry, I think it dries with like a non-stick layer. I can't talk while I'm doing this because I'm trying to concentrate. I should practice, really, before I do this kind of stuff. So, get you off. It's definitely spidery. I mean, I think even Incy Wincy would get stuck on this if he made a web. It's good stuff, it's good to play with. I used to be a nursery nurse, and it reminds us of something called gloop. It's literally corn flour and water. Just put some food colouring in and change the colour. And I used to make it for my son, and he used to absolutely love it. And like the slimes that all the kids were going crazy for. Right now, I'm not happy with that line, it's too thin. So I'm going to try. I would probably recommend, if you were doing this, to kind of get some lines in place and then cure them. So then if you do make a pig's ear of it, you can kind of save your good parts. Me, I'm just... This was meant to be like a quick thing, but you know what I'm like. Right, just... It's not bad. I just... Whoa, get off. Seriously? Certainly stringy. Right. What a blooming... I quite like it, actually. I know I'm complaining, but I quite actually like that. Playing it with it. Right, I'm just going to rub that off my lamp, off my stand before I cure it. And off my gloves, because it's just... So my bottom line's a little bit thicker than I would have liked, but I don't hate it. So I'm going to cure that, otherwise we'll be here a week if I try and get it perfect, which just won't happen. So that one is going to have chrome on. I'm just wanting to show you a few different designs, a few different products. So then I'm going to do the I'm going to do spider gel again, but this one, just clean that off, is a reflective glitter one. So it's a silver, and it's a different texture. It's grainy as opposed to fine like the other one. So this one again, well, I think I'll just do some sort of, well, we'll decide what it looks like after. I'm not going to say what I'm going to do, because if you don't know, you don't know. It didn't work. So I'm going to bring it up over the nail like that. Now this one is a little bit more manageable with the glitter being in. It seems to be a little bit heavier. Jeez Louise, get off. still as sticky as the other one. Okay. And then, right, should I stop there or do it right? Oh, you know I'm going to faff, don't you? I'm going to do one more line. Get off, man. Oh, I'm not even going to edit this out because it's just, it's real. This is what's going to happen to you guys unless you... Right. So, I'm fine with that. Get that. I do like this though, I really do. Now, let's have a look at you. Oh man. I'm just going to get that bit off because I'm... And you should, like I say, cure your lines as you go. But I quite like that actually. It's not turned out too bad. So, put that one in the lamp. Now this one, I'm going to do some chrome first of all. And one moment. Sorry about that. I just looked to the corner here and I'd managed to flip over the white spider gel. Like, I didn't even notice. You guys might have seen it. You might have been shouting, no, no, quick, look up at the corner. But yeah, so it was like a marshmallow eruption. But anyway, easy cleaned up. So this one, back to this, I was going to do the purpley chrome. I've lost my train of thought now. I'm going to rub a purpley chrome. Have I cured this bad boy? Yes. So that is cured, but it has got a little bit of a tacky layer to it. So you would need to... Well, not tacky, not sticky tacky, just it feels a little... Oh, it is sticky tacky, what am I talking about? Anyway. So yeah, I would just give it a rub over with some alcohol. So we have the hatch print and I've applied the chrome. I'm just going to dust that off. Move them. Now with this, I should have... Oh no, it's fine. I was going to say I should have matte coated the nail, but it's actually coming off, so it's fine. So now I'm going to take a little bit of the Freedom Land gel, pop it on my palette, take my little zapper, and I'm going to use a dotting tool, I think, for this. So I'm going to just put some of this gel on certain areas of the nail. And then I'm going to magnetize it. Give it a little bit of a... And then freeze it. And I'm just going to fill in just little parts on the nail. And just freeze those little bits in. I'll do that one. And then we will do this one. Freeze that one. And I think I'll do one more. I'll do this one here. I mean, you could use a brush, you could paint it in, but like I say, it self-levels quite good, so even if you're putting it in with a dotting tool, and it will be getting a top coat. Flash that. So we've kind of just got like a mixed effect there with the chrome, the green behind, and then the Freedom Land on top. So I'm going to fully cure that one and bring this one back. Now this one, I'm wanting to do a little bit of the, so the interstellar's on the background, just the greeny one, yes. But I want to bring out a little bit more of the green. So I'm just going to pick an odd section to fill in on this one. I mean, I'm not angry about me spider gel. I think it's only the second time I've tried to use spider gel. So I'm just going to give that a little bit of a wiggle. Clear that one. And then I'm going to go in with this one. It's a bigger section. I could have probably used a brush, but we'll go with this. So when you're doing sections like this, you do want to kind of magnetize and flash cure. Otherwise, when you go to magnetize the lot, they'll all just go, the magnetic particles will all go one way. So, oh, everything's magnetic. So I'm just going to try and bring that green out a little bit in that one. Flash that. And I think I'll leave, should I put another one there? No, I think I'll leave it like that because it's showing up the green. So right, let's try this semi-solid gel with a stamping plate. So I've pulled out these hatch print ones to stick with the whole kind of design, and I think I'm going to try this one. Yeah, we're going to try this one. So I'm going to give my plate a quick spray. I have done it, but I want to try and do this first time and reasonably quick. So like the Magician stamping gel, you're not really going to see the design until I pop the chrome on. So we're going to take some of this. Now, because it is UV cure, you don't have to be as quick stamping with it because it won't dry in the plate like an air dry polish would. So I'm making sure that I'm in all of those crevices. I'm going to give it a quick swipe down, and then I'm going to make sure my stamp is clean, and I'm going to roll over there. Now it has picked up, oh, you can see it actually. So let's try pressing it down on this nail. Now I think I want to just gently push and roll, because I found with these types of gel you can still see it on there, but it has transferred onto that nail. I'm not sure how much of it is going to chrome, but we'll try. And I'm thinking I quite possibly, or I should have, matted the nail because, or at least rub the tacky layer off, because the chrome may now stick to the nail also. Right, now like I say, this chrome might not work only because I haven't removed the tacky layer off the nail, but it will show up the hatch print, which is what we need. So hindsight is a wonderful thing, but we shall try. So I think it is just going to stick to the whole nail, and if it does, which it is, I think, yeah, I should have matted it. So that is a matte nail. We are going to, let's have a look, because I've got a bit of smudging on my stamp. Right, that is on there. No, to me that looks like it's got a lot of excess gel with it this time, because I think I'm putting too much on. Right, I'm going to do 2 scrapes. So 1, 2, because I only want it in that's better. I just felt like I had a, yeah, can you see the difference there now? The last one was really shiny, so where that excess is there, that is probably going to stick on the nail. Now I'm just gonna pop a little bit, if I can line it up on this side. Right, I'm gonna pop that in the lamp. Yeah, so I could see the nail was all wet, and it shouldn't be. It should only have been the hatch. So I think that will work in regards to matting the background. So I'm just going to give that a quick flash. Right, let's see what happens. So I'm just going to rub it over the nail, and what will be, will be. So that is now rubbing off the nail but sticking to the hatch. Now it isn't perfect, but it's done what was expected of it. I just had a little bit residue off the previous stamp, but that has worked. It's picked up those fine lines, and I think I prefer this one for stamping to the Magician, because you could actually see it a little bit better on the nail prior to adding the chrome. So it has worked, so I'm not angry with that. Now I'm going to give this one a top coat, and then I'll be back to show you that. So there we have them. So for this one we had the background of the galaxy, and then I've just used the semi-moulding gel as the effect, and then chromed on top. This one was Interstellar in the background. We've used the Born Pretty spider gel, but with this reflective glitter silver. And then I went in and filled in bits again with the Interstellar, just so those particles stood out a bit more. This had the emerald, the dark green, the dark emerald background with the Freedom Land put in between those spider gels. This one again was the purple with the chrome top moulding gel with the chrome, and then this one was stamped, which I think turned out really well, apart from the edges there, because I did have a bit of leftover residue, but that turned out well. So this is fantastic for chrome, for stamping with. You could paint your flowers with it and then chrome over the top. I'm not sure how sticky it was with regards to foiling over. I think it's more for chrome, with it being the magic mirror powder. I wouldn't really attempt to use any other products on that. But that's what I've done with those gels. I absolutely love them. I hope you've enjoyed it. Thank you again to Born Pretty for sending me these products over. Absolutely love them. Please remember to like and subscribe if you haven't already. Thanks for watching. Bye.